And let's continue our political forum going on this Friday morning edition of Cooper and Company Live. Matthew, you want to run for anything?
No, I'll wait till next time.
He's good.
Joseph Cannon up here this morning. First and foremost, Joseph, before we start talking about you being a political candidate, let's talk about your ability to wipe a baby's butt. Now, my problem was I couldn't get the stuff open as I'm trying and trying. You say you have the same problem.
I have, I think, a problem all the dads have, and it's not as bad until you compare it to the mamas. But I did make the point.
I don't know, but that was one great catch. And
it was. But it's my wife. She could use one wet wipe to my 10. And I made the point she could wash a car with a wet wipe. And
so yesterday when I had my problems with little Maddie, that's a common deal.
Only for us. I mean, because I think that it's a conspiracy. I think that sometimes they take all the other wet wipes out. And then it's just, they leave one and they laugh as they go to the mall. Tanner will be 5 in November, and then Addison, she'll be 2 in October. Yes, sir.
All right.
Cute,
all right.
cute babies.
You know, everybody on the city council is like almost 100. Don't you think they need some new blood in there?
Not you.
But they look wonderful.
Yeah.
They're
Very good.
Very good-looking people.
Why do you want to be a city councilman in Athens?
Well, I don't want to echo Harper, but it's a great place and be a great town to represent. And but any great thing can be better, and I can help with that.
I have heard from a lot of people that they need more younger people on the council from a different perspective. What do you bring to the city council that other folk, your opponent, doesn't have?
Well, I mean, the age thing does really help me in a sense because, of course, I've grown up in Athens respecting and just idolizing a lot of the people that have gotten up in age and was always taught to respect what they say. And I mean, they've got a lot of wisdom, but also I can relate a lot to the families that have children, of course, and getting into the school system and that have babies, and can relate to all the men that can't, use wet wipes, right? and it just gives me, it's just more of a chance I can be more hybrid to go, of all ages, because I mean I was raised to respect everybody, and I know that I can learn something from anybody I talk to. Somebody or everybody knows something I don't. So I can really enjoy that, and I do love it.
Man, that admits it.
How has running your first political campaign been on? Any pressure?
Yeah.
A little bit, yes, sir. Tuesday night, after everything's done, I'll pick up signs. Then I'm going to sleep. I hadn't done that in a while. I was told to expect things, and I was like, that won't happen. But yeah, there's highs, lows, but it's totally rewarding. But what I was going to say is Wednesday, I'm going to have a lot of people to thank, and I've got to tell my wife, thank you, I'm sorry, thank you, I'm sorry, thank you. And so, but yeah, I don't know how I could do it by myself. Well, I couldn't. I would have already just gone crazy, I think, but it's always it's real rewarding though when you go talk to somebody and then they just get so excited for you and everything, and then that really helps when no matter what's going on, somebody says
a motivational talk.
You get a text message, we're proud of you or something like that, and I'm just like,
well, I was proud of the statement. I was proud of the statement he said the other day when we was with Dan Williams talking about where he gets his news.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. You were on Dan Williams' radio show the other day on KAC. They asked you on a live broadcast, and they said, how'd they ask you the question, and then tell me how you answered it?
He asked me how I get my news, and
being
my local
such
news.
A young person.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am, and I just said, I listen to certain radio stations, and I wasn't going to plug a radio station, but there are certain talk radios. And then I said, but as for local news, for Athens, really, Jamie Cooper's show. And I thought about it when I said, I was like, oh, but...
Y'all heard that, didn't you?
He's like, am I allowed to say that? And he's like, yeah, you're allowed to say that.
And some people say, well, it's newspaper clippings, but you're like the Cliff Notes. You've already gone through them all. And
I'm saving you time.
And money.
I think Dan will be with us Tuesday morning for the election and talk about how he's not mayor anymore and how the House of Representatives, talk about the election going on that day. Joseph, anything else we need to know about you? How old are you?
I am 31.
31. You're now, I'm going to break this to you hard way here. This is a lesson I learned in my short run for probate judge in a week and a half, Michael. People tell you they're going to vote for you, don't always necessarily do that, and if Walmart could vote, well, I'd be president.
if everybody that said they'd vote for me went and voted for me, I wouldn't be as nervous. But I understand that. But,
Well, tell everybody to vote for you coming up on Tuesday, Joseph.
everybody, please vote for me. There's the camera. And I promise I will not let you down. You will see how much work ethic I have, and we're going to do some really neat things that'll happen really quick. As soon as after the election, if I get in there, I'm going to be working on a lot of neat things right when my position starts.
And he'll be the youngest
There you
person
go.
on the council when elected Tuesday night by 7 o'clock. Thank you, Joseph. As always, a pleasure to see you.
Good luck.
Save me some wet wipes. We'll take a break. Be right back. Y'all hang on.